Hey there, friends and enemies. JoPaWrites here once again, and today we have a banger for you. This one's going to be a lot different from anything you've seen on the channel before. My video game Waifu tournament that I put together with the help of chat. We're going to be going through all of the different characters who we think should win, and then narrowing it down and ultimately landing on one winner. Enjoy the video. Follow my Twitch. Sub to me on Twitch. Follow my YouTube. Drop a like, drop a comment, all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube every time we have one of these tournaments. I'm also going to be having these tournaments live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JoPaWrites every other Friday. So definitely look out for that as well. So anyway, we're going to jump into it. I wanted to get started and we're kicking it off with an absolute banger of a matchup. We've got Ningguang versus Yennefer. Now we're only using the video game characters. So remember, we're not using Yennefer from the Witcher series. We're going to use Yennefer from Witcher 3. I'm going to pick which game the characters are coming from, if they come from multiple games. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. But that's just a little bit of a clarification. Now, if you are in chat, you are able to use channel points to either vote for one of your waifu, one of your characters, or you can actually advance them automatically if you have enough channel points. This is going to be pretty interesting going forward because the favorites might not always win. We might have some upsets because of that. We might have some folks who are advancing their favorite characters. You can only use that twice per tournament. So in this one, if you advance forward Mercy over Cammy, for example, then you can only use it one more time. So that's a little clarification on that. As far as the voting, you can vote as many times as you want for each round. So one vote per round. And we're gonna sum up the votes as well as my input as well. If we don't get a lot of votes, or if there's a tiebreaker, it falls back on me, and I will vote for whoever I think wins. And yeah, that's the rules. I hope the tournament goes well, and we're jumping into it. Ningguang from Genshin Impact versus Yennefer from Witcher 3. All right, let's check it out. We got Ningguang. Now, if you don't know, he is a Geo character from Genshin Impact. It's a game that's full of waifu. It was hard to narrow down who we wanted to have in this game from that, or in this tournament from that game. And she's an absolute banger. She is top tier waifu. Any other matchup, I would think she would be a pretty heavy favorite. However, now we go to Yennefer of Vengerberg. If I can spell it right. Yennefer Witcher 3. Now she's one of your options to romance with The Witcher 3, and she's a fire character. Super strong. She is mysterious. She's a little sassy, I would say. And so this is a real tough matchup because you've got two very, very different characters. You've got the strict business like Ningguang, you've got the kind of chaotic Yennefer, and it's a crazy matchup. So anyway, if you have a vote, drop them in the chat now. If not, the wrong romance choice. I mean, listen, everyone's got their preference. That's the ultimate thing. You can vote with channel points if you so choose. If you don't want to, then that's fine as well. But my personal opinion, this is going to be a little bit of a surprise vote because in the Witcher series, in the show on Netflix, I love Yennefer. But for the video game matchup, I'm going Ningguang. That's who I'm leaning towards. Now, I know not everyone is going to agree with me, but I'm just trying to see if the channel points pop up because I know they don't normally pop up in chat, so I need to take an eye on that. Well, but you got like a minute left if you want to vote for either of these. But as of now, Ningguang is taking it. Gotta be a surprise if that does happen. I was really thinking Yennefer would put up more of a fight. Like I said, she's an all-time classic Waifu, but ultimately Ningguang is just better at this point. So she's super strong in the game too if you use her correctly, and she's very unique, which I like as well. All right, and it looks like we've got Ningguang advancing. Okay, next up we have Morgan versus Minfilia. Morgan versus from Dragon Age versus Minfilia from Final Fantasy 14. Now, Morgan is one of my favorite characters. She is possibly in my and this is just my opinion, a better version of Yennefer from what I enjoyed in the games themselves. Now, not everyone's gonna agree with it. The romance options were crazy with her, like the interesting choices that you had as far as who you wanted, like how you romance her, etc. I thought Morgan is a fantastic character, and she's somebody that uh got to be one of the dark horses, got to be one of the favorites for this tournament, in my opinion. And then we got Minfilia from Final Fantasy 14. This one is hard because I'm a recent Final Fantasy 14 player, and she's a banger, right? Top tier character, really enjoyable NPC to interact with. Um, yeah, Dreadnought agrees that Morgan is essentially Yennefer, but better. In the TV show, I thought Yennefer was really well done. Just in the games, I prefer Morgan. So here's the hard part, right? If I was just looking at this from recency bias, game that I'm playing now and really enjoying, I think Minfilia would take this because I'm really enjoying her character. However, as far as outside looking in, total video game waifu tournament, it's got to go to Morgan for me. I don't see there's any way how Minfilia wins this. Uh, Again, great character. All these characters on this list are going to be top tier, and it was hard. Originally I was going to do a tier list instead of doing a tournament, but I just couldn't decide. Everyone was going to be A or S tier, so now we've got a tournament, and it's going to be a tough decision. Anyway, for my money, it's got to be Morgan, and I don't see any other way around that. So Morgan's going to move on, I believe. Got no redemptions in chat to tell me otherwise. So everyone is S tier, no one is. Well, that's the thing is like, so I'm picking the top characters from every game, right? So it's like for their games, they're S tier, and now this is how the only way I can kind of rank them without, because if I, like I said, if I was just to do a tier list, I'd be hard pressed to vote them down unless I did this tournament style debate, in my opinion. Now, next up on the list, we have Cammy White from Street Fighter versus Mercy. Now, this is an interesting one. I'm not a huge fan of Cammy, but I know a lot of folks are all in on her, right? I haven't really played a ton of Street Fighter since she's been in the game, but she is a badass character. Like no questions asked. The problem is she always felt to me like a Sonya Blade knockoff at times. I know that's not exactly fair, but that's how it felt when I saw her in the game. And so that's why I probably don't rate her as high as some other folks. And then we've got Mercy, who's needs no introduction. The thing here is Mercy is a one of the most recognizable characters in all of video games because she's not only been in the game from forever, but she's also been one of the best characters to be in the game because she's the probably the preeminent healer, the easiest to use healer. Obviously, she's not going to be OP all the time, but she's always been around the meta. You know what I'm saying? So this one's a tough one, but I think personally I'm leaning towards I don't know, Cammy's S tier, but I think I'm leaning towards Mercy. Like I said, I just never Cammy has never been it for me, and I've always been kind of leaning towards Sonya Blade personally. So I don't know. I know I might get a bunch of hate comments from the Street Fighter fans, but I think this just has to be a Mercy dub. Oh, next up, this one is going to be rough. We've got one of the top female characters in all of video game history in Lara Croft versus Loba. Now, Loba, if you don't know, is from Apex Legends, and she is much renowned for a ridiculous dong. If you don't, yeah, she's thick with many C's. So she was introduced, and I think folks really fell in love with her character design early on. Yeah, I don't know. I just think she's Loba's a banger character, and it's hard because we don't have her backstory as much because she isn't a BR. We've learned about it since with her interactions with Revenant and whatnot. And I think she's a fantastic character. The problem is going to come down to her opponent. And we're going strictly based off of the game, and that is Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Her redesign of all the redesigns they've done, Final Fantasy VII Remaster, I think, was fantastic. But of all the redesigns they've done for characters in video games, hers is one of the best. And I feel like it's really stood out from the test of time. I love Apex Legends. I think Loba is amazing. And we do have a vote for Loba as well, which is very interesting. So I think that might swing the tide. I think we're gonna have to, because for me it was a toss up, right? As far as characters who would be considered waifu, I think Lobo fits that bill a little bit more. But as far as like badass female characters, Lara Croft is almost untouchable. That being said, with the vote from chat, we're gonna have to go with Loba. This is probably my first upset of the day, and I'm actually kind of shocked by it, but here we are. Loba taking out Lara Croft. That's probably the biggest upset so far that we've seen. Although Ningguang over Yennefer might be considered an upset depending on how you're looking at it. Next. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different because both of these characters are very unique. And so I'm very excited about that. We've got Merle Wib. She's also from Final Fantasy 14. And now, so we had Kage in chat recently, and we have dubbed Merwib the Dami Mommy because she looks like she's going to take control, take charge, and there's something about that that's very enticing. However, Merwib is a different kind of character, and I'm glad to see her making this list because she unfortunately is probably going to stand no chance against her opponent. What up, Kage? Speaking of, as much as I love Merwib and I've really enjoyed her recently, I mean, Bayonetta is might be the front runner. Oh my god. What's up, Attendus? Yeah, Bayonetta. Dreadnought redeemed the auto vote for Bayonetta, but I don't think it was necessary. I'm pretty sure she was winning regardless. Hands down vote. Probably the easiest matchup of the first round so far. Merwib, I apologize, but uh, it's all Bayonetta at this point. There's no shot. Okay, now we're starting to get a little bit interesting. We've got Katana versus Princess Zelda. Now we're gonna have some questions, right? So I'm gonna use got Katana from Mortal Kombat. We'll go from 11. That's the most recent. Fire, right? One of the most badass female characters in gaming. Just an absolute complete waifu. I like her redesign they've done since the early Mortal Kombat's, and she Merwib isn't top 5 of the game. Listen, I, we could debate that later, but I thought she's top tier. So anyway, yeah, Katana is absolute fire, right? But got a little different approach here. You got Princess Zelda. We're gonna go with the Breath of the Wild. Okay, so more, I would say more cute than anything with the design of Princess Zelda. We've seen other ones. I was gonna use Hyrule Warriors because I think her design is more waifu esque, but um, her character is not really like, you don't get a lot of character development or anything like that. So I'm with everybody on Katana. That seems to be the way everyone's leaning. The problem is I needed to include Zelda. I felt like it was absolutely necessary. But yeah, her innocence makes it hard to really consider her waifu, in my opinion. We do have a vote for Zelda. Oh my. Oh my. I think it's still Katana, but that vote, oh, okay. That makes it a little bit interesting. All right, we are even on the votes now with Katana, and Dread is throwing. Okay. It's gotta for me. It's gotta be Katana. Zelda's a great character, but it's gotta be Katana. So I'm the deciding factor, and it's Katana all the way. Okay, now this is a banger. Cortana, Dread, Cortana versus Sonya Blade. Okay, now we're getting some. I have long slept on Cortana because I've never been a Halo person. I've been on mostly PlayStation, but when someone pointed this out to me, she had to make the list. It was absolutely necessary. She's been around the gaming scene for a long time. Even not playing Halo, I knew about Cortana. So I feel like she's gonna be a lot of fan favorites, even though I'm not as into it. Dread's talking about Breath of the Wild, Zelda's butt. Yes, let's go. Uh Cortana could be whoever you want. We're going off of this design here. That's what we're focused on. So Cortana's a little bit different. So it's definitely gonna be a hard one. But then we've got Sonya Blade. Now, this character design, I'm not as much a fan of, right? I feel like she looks kind of angry Karen-esque. So I'm not like Mortal Kombat 11. Once I saw this and I was doing my research, I was not as big of a fan. But her older designs were fire. That being said, in what will be an upset for me, I I think I'll go with Katana. Because like the recent designs, like this design is a way better for Sonya, in my opinion, than the recent ones. But for me, it's got to be Cortana. Sonya is a classic, iconic character. But if we're looking at Mortal Kombat 11, her design just doesn't do it for me. Any questions, chat? Yeah, Cortana is she's different level. We're gonna have some crazy matchups next. Okay. Now we're getting to one that's one of my favorite matchups of the first round. We've got Destiny's Anna Bray. Which, okay, so first of all, one of the first searches you post for Anna Bray is Anna Bray thick. So that'll tell you all you need to know. She's badass. She's great. I went with her over the Stranger just because the Stranger's a full robot, and I know some people might be into that, but I don't know if it qualified for yeah, she and the Stranger are sisters, so they got similar design. But yeah, she's one of my favorite characters in Destiny. I really liked when they introduced her, and I'm a big fan. But then, I mean, I don't think she would have definitely been favored in a lot of matches, but I don't think this is it. I don't think she stands a chance. Am I wrong? I mean, Tifa Lockhart. What are we doing here? She might be. I know not everyone's kind of sleeping on her with Bayonetta and some other favorites, but Tifa might be my favorite for the whole tournament. Oh, you. Oh, an upset. No, he guaranteed push forward. Okay, so Dredd has used both of his guarantees and has now pushed forward Anna Bray over Tifa in what is definitely the upset of the tournament so far. I am mind blown. What are we doing here? Holy. Okay, that shakes up the whole tournament for me because I thought Tifa was a lock to go far. Her versus Cortana in the next round was going to be insane. Ooh, now we're oh, this is exactly the kind of stuff that I knew we would see in this tournament. But damn, mind blown. We got Anna Bray from Destiny edging out Tifa Lockhart. Holy hell! Oh yeah, you've only used the one guarantee. Okay, so you have one left. Reminder: everyone has two guarantees if they want to use them. Now we have Rain from Blood Rain. This is a character I had to do a little bit more research on, but I mean, I couldn't leave her out after looking at these games. This is I mean, those swords, the outfits, the hair. I mean, she's fantastic. She's definitely in the waifu category as far as these tops. Um, man, I can't believe I'm still shook from Tifa losing, and then we've got Aloy. Now, Aloy is more another one that's not going to be everyone's cup of tea because she is a little bit more innocent, a little bit more sweep. Oh, we almost lost our camera. What are we doing here? I'm too excited. You got me all flustered after the Tifa vote. Get this fixed. Hold on, give me 1 second, chat. Come on, bro. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Now we're talking. Rain is the definite Dami mommy. She is tomboyish, but like, I don't know, man. I'm still look at these pictures. I think I'd still vote Rain in this matchup, but I don't sleep on Aloy. She's got that um kind of rugged, you know what I'm saying? Survivability that I think a lot of people would be down for. I need a better setup for my camera. So I've had my camera fall a couple times and it's kind of awkward. All right. You know, for next time I'm gonna get a chat overlay. I think that will help with this. But all right. So my vote is for Rain. It does look like Rain would get the slight edge as well. I do like Aloy as well, but I just don't think in this particular tournament, if we were to change up what we do with this tournament, which I think we will do in the future, and just do uh like favorites and not like waifus, I think the definition would change, and we'd see Aloy edge that out. But Rain is a tough one. Ooh, look at this matchup. I might be the exception. So you guys might have to vote on this to overtake me. You got Chun-Li versus the Ching. Husbandos. Yeah, that's I already yeah, I already decided that's gonna be next. Okay. So we're looking at Chun-Li. There we go. These are the best. I don't know why I went with 5, but yeah, Chun-Li is has got those thick thighs, and we'll definitely choke some people out with them. I guarantee it. That being said, Kage says, "Please crush my head." That being said, I mean, I might be a sucker because she was my first 5 star. She been my favorite character in the game since it launched. But just like it's a bad matchup for her because I think Chun Li is iconic. But I'm gonna need you guys to vote because otherwise we're gonna have another major upset. Okay. All right. We got a vote there for Chun Li. If a woman can crush my head with any part of her body, it's a big plus for her. Correct. I don't know why that is, but that is accurate. Chun Li is a classic. I love Kaching. She is probably one of my favorite characters in current video games. But with the votes, I had to be swayed. I gotta go Chun Li, and I understand. I understand. We got Kage and Dread both voting for Chun Li. Kaching is cute. She's also I love her character, but Chun Li's a different level, and it pains me to admit that. Okay. Now this matchup is going to be probably the most controversial of the entire first round. Like I would imagine this one is going to be insane and have very different opinions. Sylvanas Windrunner. This is one of the most recognizable characters, even if you don't play World of Warcraft. I've seen so many cosplays of her. Her character is really well done. Her arcs and whatnot. She's iconic. She's one of the biggest waifu I think in video games for a long time. However, he's running into a current buzzsaw that has the whole internet talking. Like when they found out she was 9 feet tall, could step on you, no problem. You know, looks like character design S plus. You know what I'm saying? This is a tight one. I would personally lean towards Sylvanas. That's just my preference, but I think it's toss up to be honest. This one is one of this is the two absolute favorites who are head to head and very well could either one of them could have gone to the finals in my opinion in this tournament. But I'm so torn. I'm so torn. I'm leaning Sylvanas a little bit, but I welcome some arguments against. Lady D can just step on you, correct? But I've had Bayonetta for years for that. I mean, it's true. You just gotta mix it up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We gotta vote for Sylvanas. Okay, interesting. Vote for Sylvanas, and then Lady D. I mean, 2 votes for Sylvanas. Okay, surprising. I was going that way as well. Surprising. I was going to say this was going to be a tighter matchup, but it looks like we have a clear runaway winner. Now, Lady D, again, if we were to do this tournament and she got pulled into a different bracket, I feel like she would go really far. Like I'm looking at some of the other characters and she would have definitely won, but unfortunately, she ran into an icon, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. Next, Samus versus Isabella. So, for you young people who might not know, when Samus first revealed herself as a female, broke the video game industry, was one of the most insane things that ever happened in all of video games. And now, since then, has been the just an iconic female character. You know, I think a lot of us have goth girl biases, to be honest, deep down. Yeah, Samus is a fantastic character. Her design, let's go with the we got to do Zero Suit because that's the one everyone knows and loves these days. See a lot of fan art, a lot of fan art. That's a lot. Anyway, don't want to go too down too far down because we could have some questionable things. So this Samus versus Isabella. Now Isabella might be a controversial choice for some because there are other characters that I know a lot of people like from Dragon Age, but like she's my she's my pirate queen, right? Like, oh, people were very upset about the Samus reveal, very upset. But I'm old enough to understand that that was a big thing in games. But like, look at Isabella. She cuts you when you're not looking. A little bit of mystery, a little pirate adventure. I think she's one of the most underrated romanceable characters in all of Animal Crossing. Isabella, I think Isabella is one of the most underrated romanceable characters in all of video games. Personally, that's just me. I know this one has a bit of personal bias, um, but I do think Samus wins this one, even though much like Kaching, this is a personal favorite, even if I don't necessarily I've played more Dragon Age than I have Metroid, so that's just why I kind of lean towards that. But I do agree that in this tournament, Samus has to be the winner because of her iconic status. Isabella is a S tier character. I love her though. Okay, now we're gonna get a little crazy, right? Some of these matchups are very very interesting. We got Triss Marigold versus there's Triss. Now in the game, right? Compared to in the show, I think the roles were switched as far as characters that I love. In the show, I'm a Yennefer fan and a Yennefer stan, right? In the game, I'm Team Triss. So like that's where it gets very very different. I think Triss in The Witcher 3 is the better character, and I'm a big fan. Yeah, I'm all in on Triss Marigold on The Witcher 3, right? But then we've got Valkyrie. She's a newcomer from Apex Legends, and some of the things have come out about her sexuality and stuff that I feel like has made her even better in a lot of people's eyes. But she's the daughter of an iconic Titanfall character. She is a badass, super dope Apex Legends character. But for me, Triss wins this. Yeah, if you messed up the Triss romance, it's lights out. You got to restart the game. That's just the way it goes. But for me, Triss wins this, unfortunately. I do enjoy Apex Legends. I think Valkyrie is a very good addition to the game. I think some of the things that they've done with character interactions in Apex Legends recently has been amazing. But I mean, this is Triss dub, and barring an unforeseen, I think that's the way it's got to be. Okay, now this one is going to be another very curious. I'm not gonna Google Diva bottomless. Relax, Google. Google's actually Bing, but it doesn't matter. It's on some stuff. Okay, so I don't think any character has been cosplayed more than Diva from Overwatch, right? So that's why she gets this status because I don't think anyone has ever been cosplayed more. I could be wrong, but I feel like you go to a convention, you see her everywhere. In Overwatch, she's a character that's played a ton, and there's a reason that she's cosplayed so often, right? Her general vibe is very appealing, especially to gamers. But then we have Ada Wong, right? I mean, need I say more? Resident Evil fans I know will be big on Ada Wong. She's a character who uh plays a huge role in the series. I mean, Yeah, this is a tough matchup. Binge out here, like, yeah, you want some porn? I mean, listen, if I was a streaming, that might be a different scenario, but it's not going through my search history. Anyway, so for me, for this matchup, I'm leaning towards Diva, but this is one of the genuine toss ups of the first round for me because I could be swayed either way. I don't really have a strong opinion, and both of them are fantastic. So, oh, we have a vote for Ada. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like we're leaning Ada right now, and can't really go wrong with that, honestly. Diva's great though. I think Diva is a fantastic character, and that would have been the way I leaned. But I understand her being overhyped to some degree, so I do get that. All right, now this one's going to be another good one, man. This whole tournament is nothing but bangers. I can't spell though. All right, we got Aerith. She's another one of those that falls more in the cute rather than hot kind of section. You know what I'm saying? Although her in the dress and whatnot, it's fire. She's an icon. She's one of the most well known characters in gaming because of her scenes in Final Fantasy VII. And then we've got 2B. Now this was a late edition because I had doubled up on some characters, but this might be a surprise entrant because as I started doing some research into 2B, I discovered that I love 2B. Um, I think this is one that many players, many gaming fans would probably consider an upset. But my vote is she got those Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen vibes, right? But like as a badass female character, and yeah, I think she takes it. For me personally, unless we get some people to sway me towards Aerith, we're gonna have our second major upset of the tournament so far. Considering she was a late entrant, that's kind of crazy. But I'm not reading that joke, Dreadnought. Nope, not gonna do it. You all can guess the 2B joke he made because I'm not gonna acknowledge that. Anyway, 2B. All right. Now this one, okay, this one is a matchup of characters that I feel like are underrated, and you're gonna see why because people might not recognize the second one. We've got Cassandra from Assassin's Creed, right? She's a badass. I think you have the choice to play male or female in this Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but Cassandra's the only logical choice. She's fantastic, right? I'm a big fan. I did play through Odyssey a lot. I think she's fantastic. Now, this is the one that's going to be somebody that I don't think anyone expected to be on this list because this is another personal entrant. But this, if you don't know, is Ulan from Sakuden, and I want her to beat me down. Right? Like Her aesthetic I'm in. Like, look at this. I I, I as a big Sakuden fan, I can't not put her in here, right? I just couldn't ignore this. So Cassandra versus Ulan. This is gonna be controversial. I'm voting Ulan. That's where I'm leaning. If you disagree, that's fine. But like, I gotta do it. Any objections? I don't know how far she'll go, but she's my absolute dark horse pick because I feel like she's amazing. If you haven't played Sakuden, then I highly recommend you fix that, and we have another big upset in round one. And that's going to actually conclude round one. So we had some crazy upsets. We do have a lot of people who still have their auto votes left, right? The auto place characters going forward. But now we've got round two, and I'm kind of disappointed we don't get Yennefer versus Morgan, but I think Morgan would have won that anyway. So we're back to Ningguang versus Morgan. Now, again, you guys know how I feel about Ningguang. She is the boss lady, right? But in this particular matchup, I think Morgan is more iconic, and her romance options are crazy because different outfits. Um, so I think we've got Morgan moving on for me. I don't know if we have any disagreement, but this is a tough one. Ningguang is fantastic. I might actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I have to build the team around Ningguang just because of how great she is. But yeah, I think we have a Morgan win here, and it pains me to see it because the again Ningguang is classic. Now, now I think this is a fantastic matchup that I don't believe is particularly close for me personally. We got Mercy versus Loeb. Again, Mercy's a great character. I think everybody loves her. Right? Definitely one of the most well-known characters in gaming, female characters especially. But Loba wins, right? Is I mean, Loba has come in and dominated the scene as far as Waifu, my opinion. Of the recent additions lately, she's next level, right? So gotta be Loba. If you play Apex Legends and you've seen her various outfits in the game, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Not close. Unfortunate for Mercy, but it's a Loba dub. Second round has not been as tight as the first round so far, but we have a long way to go, and we've got some crazy matchups coming. Bayonetta versus now. I know, chat. You guys are Team Bayonetta, so I think this might be another runaway win. But I love Katana. I think she's fantastic. I think Bayonetta is tough to beat though. She's probably the favorite in the tournament. So we do have a full vote for Bayonetta. And I think that's gonna mean that he's gonna take it. Again, Katana is fantastic. Glad she won her first round matchup, but I think overall Bayonetta is just superior. So okay, now now we're starting to get spicy. Cortana versus Anna Bray. The bottom half of the bracket, I think, is going to be wild. Again, as someone who hasn't played a ton of Halo, as much as I know Cortana's a classic, I'm kind of team Anna Bray on this one. I think maybe it's the AI thing that I'm not as big on Cortana, but like we got a vote. Oh, we got multiple votes for Anna Bray. Oh, I'm surprised. I know that Cortana has a lot of stands, but looks like Anna Bray is taking this one as well. Okay, now this is a matchup that should be very the next. Yeah, all the next matchups are going to be pretty tight, I think, compared to what we've seen before. Rain from Blood Rain versus Chun-Li. Now, obviously, I was Team Kaching earlier, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be Team Chun-Li in this instance. Listen, Rain is fantastic, right? I wouldn't mind if she cut me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd probably ask her to do it again. But I mean, it's Chun Li. Chun Li wins, right? I think this one's close, but in my opinion, Chun Li gets the dub. Okay, this one as much as I'm excited about this matchup, I don't think it's going to be close. So Vanis Windrunner versus Samus. And now Samus is great, right? Samus is legendary. Samus iconic. But Samus is not the waifu that's Sylvanas. Just just unfortunate fact. I mean, this is great and all, but like, I mean, is anyone else not Team Sylvanas on this one? Dark Samus? I mean, we all know that we like the edgy ladies here in this community. That's actually fire. Oh, I mean, I'm still Team Sylvanas, but Dark Samus is I wasn't ready for all that. Lit. All right, Sylvanas is our winner. It's crazy how the round one matchups seem to be a lot closer than the round two. Chris Marigold versus Ada Wong. I'm probably team Triss on this one, but again, it's one. Actually, for me personally, I think Triss takes this by quite a bit. Yeah, I'm team Triss. Second round's been a kind of a bit of a letdown. A lot of blowouts, right? I feel like this happens in tournaments though. Sometimes you get to the second round, the cream rises to the crop. Any arguments? Any opposition? Team Triss, yeah. I feel it. I feel like this team Triss. Now, 2B versus our two dark horses right now. 2B versus Ulan. Now, this one's probably the closest of the matchups in this round for me personally. But I think I lean 2B as much as I love Ulan, right? Big muscle lady could beat me down if she wants to, but like this is a toss up for me. I'm leaning 2B, but we do have a vote for 2B, so that makes sense. I think this is the best matchup of the second round as far as closeness. But ultimately 2B takes it. All right, we've got our next round set. Morgan. Okay, this I think this round is gonna be tight. Morgan versus Loba. Yeah, I agree, Dreadnought, that Ulan is solid, but 2B has more the complete package. Yeah, Morgan versus Loba. This one is does anyone have any strong feelings either way? Uh, I'm leaning Morgan, but like awesome. This is a 50-50 for me. Kage's Loba. I have strong feelings both ways. I mean, yeah. That's what I kind of more what I mean. But like, that's funny, Dread. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm Team Morgan. I think so. We're gonna have to hash this out. If any of you wants to put in a vote, then that's we got to vote for Loba. I think this is a tough one. I think I think Loba's got to edge it. Oh, it pains me. I love Morgan, but I think Loba edges. Loba moves on. Crazy. So Loba's the first one into the semifinals. Okay, now our favorite Bayonetta versus Anna Bray. I mean, I love Anna, but I don't think she's gonna win this one, unfortunately. Yeah, Loba has the attitude, has the heel crush and everything. Okay, Dread redeemed a tournament guarantee pass, and Bayonetta is eliminated. What? What? This is the biggest upset in the tournament. This is a 10 seed beating a 1 seed. This is unbelievable. I mean, that's all his guarantees. Nah, he got the first one in. I'm sorry. If you drop your guarantee, uh oh, we've got war in chat now. Oh no. I this is unbelievable. I did not see this coming. I thought Bayonetta was going to take it hands down. And now we have a semifinal matchup of Lobo versus Anna Bray. I mean, this is gonna be controversial. Now, oh, look at this banger of a matchup too. Chun-Li versus Sylvanas. Holy, we're getting into the nitty-gritty now. Chun-Li. Okay, icon, right? Uh, this is oh, um, I don't know where everyone's leaning with this one. What do we got? Sylvanas versus Chun-Li. I personally, I think I'm team Sylvanas, right? And I think she's my new favorite in the tournament. We do have a vote for Sylvanas. The war in chat over the Bayonetta versus Anna Bray matchup is raging right now. You'll love to see it. Oh, we got a guaranteed pass for Chun Li. Okay, Kage coming in hot. So Vanis with another upset in this round. Holy hell, this is. I mean, I'm good with Chun Li advancing, but this has been a wild matchup. Holy, this round has been the best round so far, in my opinion. Just insane upsets, wild matchups. Chris Marigold versus 2B, another banger. Chris, they're still raging in chat over Bayonetta and Chun Li versus Sylvanas. Kage does have her second guarantee, so there's a very good chance we'll see it used again. Okay, here we got 2B versus. This is another toss up. Chris is probably one of my favorite characters. I think she is my favorite character in Witcher 3. And 2B is the dark horse, still around, still kicking ass. And I think I have no idea where to go with this one. What do you guys? What are the thoughts in chat, Chris? Or I mean, aesthetic wise, I'm kind of leaning 2B, but as an overall character, I'm in on Triss. We do have a vote for Triss. I think I'm team Triss as well. So unless we get a guarantee, it looks like Triss Marigold might be moving forward. Okay, looks like we're all team Triss here. 2B made a great run in this tournament. I was surprised as a late entry. She really made it a lot farther than I would have expected. All right, now we're down to the final four. It's all on this Loba versus Anna Bray. Loba versus Anna Bray. Who we got? I mean, I think I'm Loba on this one. But it's another matchup. I could go either way. Anna Bray upset Bayonetta. We got a vote for Anna, and we got Team Loba. I don't know. It's a tough one. Tough one. Vote for Anna. A vote for Loba. If it's up to me, decide. It's got to be Loba advancing. We've got Loba in the finals. Now we've got down in the other bracket, we've got Chun-Li versus Chris Marigold. Now, as much as I've loved Triss, right? She's had a great run of this tournament. Chun-Li is a dynamo. So I think Chun-Li wins this. As much as I love Triss's character, as much as I love her in The Witcher 3, I think Chun-Li is the winner of this particular match. Chun-Li advances, and now listen, Dreadnought, as we've seen in tournament play before, it's not necessarily about winning the tournament if you make a big upset. It's about making things interesting. And that's what happened with Anna Bray and Bayonetta. She didn't win, she didn't go all the way, but she did pull off one of the biggest upsets in tournament history with her defeat of Bayonetta. But now we've got Lobo versus Chun-Li, and this is I mean, this is too close to call for me. I can't decide. Hello? Oh, it froze. We got a vote for Loba. There it is. You have a vote for Loba, so it's up to kind of the Kage. Where are you leaning? We got a vote for Loba. I think I'm leaning towards Chun-Li. So I think Kage is gonna be the deciding factor. It's all up to Kage, no pressure. Both is not an option, although I wish it was. And we have a vote for Chun-Li. So, with that being said, Chun-Li is the winner of our first ever Waifu video game. Little round of applause for Chun-Li. Oh, we had a late vote for Loba. Oh no, attendance. Chun-Li, I think, is the winner. There. Edging out Loba just by the skin of her teeth. Put her on the give her the championship. Complete. All right. Chun-Li is your victor. She has won the tournament. Thank you guys for tuning in. No, you're fine, attendance. It's all good. Thank you for tuning in, stopping by to this, because this was a lot different from what we normally do, but the interaction was fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed it. In 2 weeks, we will do our Senpai Husbando tournament where we'll take the top 32 male characters from video games and put them head to head in a clash. Will we see the same level of upsets that we saw in this tournament. Probably it's going to be a definitive clash. Going to be a lot of fun. But I'm Merrick from Final Fantasy. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into this. We're gonna switch it up on stream, but if you're tuning in on YouTube, thank you. This is gonna be a bit of a longer one, but I want to keep as much of this in as possible. And yeah, um, I thought it was a lot of fun.